What's going on, everyone? This is Physical Education with Coach, and I am your coach, Coach Cullen Carroll. This is video 3 in our testing series, but we're still going to be visiting the same exact property as we visited in the last test. Now, the last test, we were starting to look at flexibility and mobility. When we look at the flexibility of the hamstring muscle, I like to think of that as a hip mobility type assessment. All right, which is why this next assessment is also important as part of your flexibility and mobility testing. Now, if you don't have access to a tape measure or to some blue tape, or maybe you just can't do the sit and reach test. It's not agreeing with your body as much, right? You're feeling it more in your lower back and your upper back as you are actually feeling it in your legs, and it's kind of painful for you. Well, we have another assessment, which they just like to call the shoulder stretch, all right? Now I'm gonna do my best to give you a nice side view. So what you wanna do is you wanna test both sides of the shoulder stretch here. You're gonna take one hand and put it over the top and reach the middle of your back here, and then you're gonna take the other hand and you're gonna try to touch your fingers together, all right? Now typically what they have you do is they have you measure the distance between the two hands if you can't touch. But again, if you don't have a ruler, I completely understand that. Now, if you do have a ruler and you want to do the first assessment, which is the sit and reach, as well as the shoulder stretch, I would champion that. Please, the more measurements we can get on you, the better I can do to create you a solid program. Now, like I said, we do want to get both sides measured, right? So if we're doing the shoulder stretch, and I just did my right hand over, left hand under, now I'm going to want to switch and go left hand over, right hand under. You can see I kind of have a little bit more mobility in that side. And the reason I say mobility is because I'm having to move my shoulder through completely different positions in order to get into that stretch. So when I say stretch, I'm thinking I'm stretching more than one muscle, and it's requiring to move properly through a range of motion, which I see more as mobility. And that's why I like to throw both terms on there. So you just did test number 3 for the FitnessGram, for PE1 and PE2, and for Physical Education with Coach. I will see you in the next episode.